The next one is a weird one. It's from Scorp Stinger, and the subject is Johnny K9, aka the Bruiser. I'm a fellow Hamiltonian to who I've just learned a little bit about from a recent episode of DS Dark Side of the Ring that was all based around Ian Kotoru, aka Johnny K9, aka Bruiser Bedlam, aka the Bruiser. And it was from that Dark Side episode that I learned about this fellow Hamiltonian who, unknowing to me growing up, was the leader president of one of the city's biker gangs called Satan's Choice. They were a gang associated with the Hells Angels. Some of the Bruiser stories that were told by each tag member of the Thrill Seekers, Jericho and Lance Storm, almost speak of it as a legend when they described hanging out with the Bruiser between shows. Also, their ability to tell and describe old stories were very good in this episode. And then other recent stories told by Konnan on his podcast gets even himself teared up when remembering the time with the Bruiser. I can't help but to ask for any other Bruiser stories or encounters. Do any of our K100 boys have any good stories, run-ins with the infamous Johnny K9, a.k.a. the Bruiser? I read they started out being trained here in Slamilton by a few wrestlers or retired wrestlers, and then went up to Stampede Wrestling Calgary. Did any of your paths ever cross with him up here in Canada or down there in the U.S.? My answer to that is no. I'd never met this guy, ever.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is. I've heard of him, but like if you put a picture of him in front of me, I don't know who he is. I was in Stampede, but he might have been there a different year I was there.
Yeah, and
I don't know much about him.
His most well-known run in the States, other than WWE in like the 80s, as a
was Smoky Mountain, right?
Smoky Mountain, and you guys didn't work there.
Yeah. Next is from the Invisible. He's back, and the subject is Aftermath. What's up, Konnan, Disco, and he who shall not be acknowledged by name? What are your thoughts on the upcoming Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns match, and eventually who takes Roman down? Is this a case where he's a champion for years and years and years? KG sucks on commentary. Get My Go as a smuck show. Hashtag Invisible. What do you think about that? Those last two comments, Let's talk about his last two comments, Konnan. KG sucks on commentary, and Get My Go is a schmuck show. Yeah. What do you think about those? Do you agree with that?
One thou well.
What are my thoughts on the match? I think probably Roman goes over again. You know, I don't know. He could be like they could be setting him up for another run like Bruno. Like he's like the champion for like 8 years. There's nobody other. I mean, Brock's the only guy that looks like he could beat him.
Right.
I mean, who else is the only credible competitor? You know, I don't know. Brock's not a full-time guy, so they can't put Brock over.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe they're looking at Omos down the road. You know, I don't know.
They're always looking. They're always looking to and hoping to get that Rock Roman main event, I think. So I think that this year was a stopgap for that, too, because they really wanted it, and Rock wasn't able to do it. So maybe they're looking towards next year, like, all right, we'll put Roman over Brock, and then he's still probably going to be champion through the years. They're going to see if they can get the Rock. I don't know who else, exactly what you said, Disco. I don't know who else is credible enough to face Roman and be believable right now. That's a problem.
Any comment, Konnan? Nothing.
Yeah, I just think Roman's got to go over. I wouldn't, unless they don't have anything in the future and they do something with a controversial ending so they can have a rematch. But I would put Roman over again.
Plus, per Billy, Brock will be off a little bit after Mania anyway. So, I mean, that's a dead giveaway.